This week is not good for me. I have to work on my script. Yeah, this week is not good for me. I have to work on my script.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a beautiful morning. It is Wednesday, 6:17 in the morning, 4:30, one day before May, the last day of April. It has been a month, I would say. The last month of a lot of things had happened, right? You know, I'm slowly feeling better. I've been drinking my cup of coffee, my cup of Joe every morning. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh boy, but yesterday's sorry for that. That was very loud. Yesterday's stream on lolcow live was interesting. A lot of twists and turns. Oh boy, a lot of things are going on in life. You know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? Mm, And we're halfway through the week. I have a lot of events going on in my life. Have a bunch of stuff that I have to do. It's going to be a great time. Mm. I would say though, this coffee is drying my mouth off, but good thing I have water to keep me going. Right? It is going to be a day of reckoning, a day of me questioning my sanity. The usual things I do, right, for the channel, and I'm happy. Right, the channel is slowly growing. Right, this channel is slow. I can't even talk. I can't even talk right now. Right, I can't even talk. I can't. I ain't. Mm. So we do have a lot of things to cover. A lot of messes, right? I have some things from the Dorps, right? I haven't covered the Dorps in a little bit. I think we should cover them, right? There's still the Ruby stuff. There's the Plan C stuff I want to watch. That caught my interest, so we're gonna give them a watch. We're gonna give them a show today, right? In a calm, relaxing. I wasn't really sure if I was gonna stream today, But I decided, you know what? I already streamed for like 3 days already, 2 days back to back actually. Why not stream today? Enjoy ourselves, you know. Not really much plan, just me wanting to talk to people, wanting to get my voice out there. Mm, mm, mm. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Mm. Yeah, I do apologize. I do apologize if I sound a little, not really off, just a little like not high energy as always. Mostly because like how can I say? I've been trying to recover and I am slowly getting better. My sinus infection it's kind of going away. Whatever bacterial infection I had in my nose that was affecting my throat, it's kind of gone. But the result is I haven't been really sleeping the best. And because I cover a lot of the lolcow life stuff, doesn't really give me a lot of time to like sit down and enjoy a lot of this stuff. I've been reading Tom Clancy book. I've actually, funny enough, I've been reading one of Tom Clancy book called Tom Clancy in War, which is actually sort of not really based off of the game. The game called Tom Clancy in War was a game I saw like in my teens. That caught my interest, which is funny because I have a real big interest in strategy games. I've thought about doing like a strategy game stream where I play like a strategy game. I really want to play the StarCraft games and kind of give my opinions and perspective. I've actually been wanting to do a StarCraft video, right? Because a while back I completed the Dawn of War trilogy games, and my opinion on them have been interesting, right? Dawn of War 1, pretty great game, right? I recommend Dawn of War 1. If you want a classic real-time strategy game for you to play, like an old-timey one, I recommend, especially within the Warhammer lore, right? If you want to get into Warhammer, but you're more of a gaming kind of person, I recommend Dawn of War, right? I do have what it was the spaceship one Battleship Armada. I can't pronounce it shit at all today. I played a little bit of that. I'm not done with it. But I do recommend playing Dawn of War 1. Dawn of War 2 is also a really great game. I think I said it a number of times. I think I've spoken about Dawn of War 1 and 2. The really great games is that there's a difference between Dawn of War 1 and 2. If you're really into more of the traditional strategy game where you lead an army or just a platoon or battalion of people, go for it. Dawn of War 1 is a great game. Dawn of War 2 is also a really great game. It's more of a team-based like XCOM. I never played XCOM in my life, so it was a good introduction to XCOM. I may play XCOM just because of Dawn of War 2. Um, and it's funny because I've been interested in more team-based strategy games since I played I played Fire Emblem. I actually played the original Fire Emblem game. Not a great time. The first Fire Emblem game on the NES, not a not a fun time. It literally would test your patience. Which is funny because I am also a big fan of the Fire Emblem games on the DS. I play Awakening, I play Fate, and I played what's the one the remake one Fire Emblem Echoes or whatever it's called. Of all three I recommend, Echoes is probably the best played one. I would die on the hill that Fire Emblem Echoes. It is the best Fire Emblem game on the 3DS, and it is also the most like how can I say it? It refines the Fire Emblem style gaming to a T. Fate is actually my favorite Fire Emblem game. I know people don't like Fate for any amount of reason, and I don't blame them. I do like Fate a lot. And Awakening, I understand why people consider it their favorite 3DS game, right? Um, and one of the days I should do a video on 3DS, but it isn't the day. But back to Dawn of War. Dawn of War games. But Dawn of War 3 isn't a bad game. Okay, no. Dawn of War 3 isn't a bad game, but it isn't a good game. I would even say that it's boring to play. And strategy games are in themselves boring a lot of the time, right? But a game like this where it has a campaign and it's not like a 4X game, I feel like it doesn't have that excuse, right? I feel like whatever it was trying to do, it, in my opinion, failed, right? It was trying to be a mix between Dawn of War 1 and 2 while trying to kind of feel like it was trying to be StarCraft, but it failed. Like legit, if you don't believe me, play Dawn of War 3 and it reminded me of StarCraft where you play different faction. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that they should have just kept it in one faction and then maybe release DLC with different faction perspectives or just, like or just doing like kind of in parallel, right? Because when you play the StarCraft game, that's sort of how it is, where certain parts of the game you are given sort of different perspective on things. Like, you know, that's how I feel. But I gotta go play StarCraft 1 again and the Brood War games because those are so fucking fun. Um, and actually, again, in my opinion, StarCraft 2, I liked Wing of Liberty. I like Heart of the Swarm, and I like Legacy of the Void. But if I have to pick up the three, I would prefer to replay again. I think it would either be between Legacy or Heart of the Swarm. Even though I feel like StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, I think it's the most straightforward game. But there's just something about Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void, especially their final mission. I feel like they could have gone towards, in my honest opinion. But it's been a while, right? Because I played them only once, so it's been a while since I sat down and played those games, right? Where I played the original StarCraft and Brew War so many times. I don't even know how many times I played the original StarCraft alone with Brew War later on. Um, I think I played that game at least more times than I can remember. Because I grew up with StarCraft. Like, StarCraft was my first real introduction to, like, PC gaming. That's so weird to say that. Like, my first real introduction to that PC gaming world, it was StarCraft. It wasn't, like, Doom or other, like, games. It was StarCraft. Like, that really got me into, like, the idea of PC gaming being more than just sitting down and watching funny YouTube videos. And I've been playing, and I played the original StarCraft when it first released. Not when it first released, but I played StarCraft like one and I think Brew War around like the early 2000, like 2001, 2002. So, saying that out loud is interesting. And it's funny, you would think I would play Command and Conquer around the same time, but I didn't. I played Command and Conquer around like this year, like the year like I believe I played Command and Conquer 1 and 2 like last year. No, I played Command and Conquer 1 I believe either the beginning of this year or the end of last year, and I felt that it's such a good game. Like that's another good game I recommend. Like the original Command and Conquer and Red Alert 1. Like if you want a classic RT, like real time strategy game, right? Like like the beginning of the RTS, play Command and Conquer or play StarCraft or I know the Warcraft games, like the original Warcraft was an RTS. I haven't played that yet, so I'll give that a shot when I can. Oh boy, I kind of went in a rambling of strategy games. Um, and trying to think, what was the last strategy game I also played? I think I played Homeworld Desert Carac. I played that. That was a fun game. Shout out to Mandalore Gaming for getting me into the series. But we all know what y'all. Oh, yeah, yeah, I can't even talk. What the hell's with me right now? Well, it is like 6 o'clock. I've been up since 12 and I've been mostly sleeping in and out. So we're going to get into this, right? We're going to get into the video. Ooh, it popped up just in time. So this is the first, I wouldn't say the first, but I would say this is like the first, I guess the beginning of season 3, right? This is the beginning of season 3 of lolcow Live. Right. No more wings. We got a new host. Now a video should I've already made a video on it. It should be releasing as the stream is going around 7 o'clock. Should have probably waited a little later on the day to do a stream, but I decided, well, why not do a stream now and get some sleep later a little bit on. This is probably gonna be like a 2 hour stream at the most, so hopefully you guys enjoy. So
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to season 3
do
of lolcow Live.
There we go.
The intro song from season 1 and 2 for the very last time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Just skip right through.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the absolute worst podcast on all of YouTube. You are watching lolcow Live.
Bubba Super Chatted $20.20. Getting it started. Love this show.
We love you. We love all of you. You guys have made this show fucking #1 on YouTube. Like every month, like for months and months and months. We love you so much. We're going through a transition. And I don't mean I'm going to be a girl. But we're going through a transition. And today is going to be one hell of a day. People will be fired. Shows will be canceled. People will be hired.
One of the things I would say I've learned a lot from the LCU is that no one really gets fired. No one really quits for the most part. No show really gets canceled, right? What really happens is a lot of the time they just move things around, right? It kind of reminds me of the Red Letter Media quote where it's like, no one's really fired, no one's really dead, no one's really gone. You know, it's just the truth. It's a nothing burger. End of the day, it is a nothing burger, and it is what it is.
The real reason why everyone's here today is to find out who the new host is on lolcow Live. Thank you, voice crack, good lord. Thank you, Obese99 for the 10 gifted. I got to get Boogie on here. Oh, also, we're figuring out who Rastoff is picking for Aussie for a new host, so a lot on our plate. Also, we have the schedule that's coming out. H3H3 gang. Thank you, Wicket Kibby. To fly. All right, let me go.
Black Belladonna Super Chatted $20.
Oh, God.
This is to help Rastov find his nuts.
Well, he better find him today.
Keem, please, dude. I'm literally begging you. Why? Number one, you're not answering the fucking phone. Tell them why you're not answering the phone, because you don't want to talk to me about this. Secondly, please, you said you're pointing a random fucking fan to third host. Don't do this. You're going to kill the fucking show, you retard.
Boogie, I said yesterday that it doesn't matter.
You can change your mind, but once you announce it, you can't change your mind. change your mind now.
Okay, but
McJuggernuggets wants to. You can put Michael on here. Get Jordy back.
No.
Get Jordy back. Do the work. Call him right now. Call him right now. Get Jordy back.
Wait, there are people in the chat.
It's funny how they want Winged Redemption back, yet kind of the way they talk about it and the way they kind of mock him. I don't really blame if Wings doesn't come back. I really don't. I feel like you can only tolerate so much crap by people until you say enough is enough and you put your feet down, right? There's only so much you can tolerate on any single time, right? And maybe some people will disagree with me, or maybe some people will agree with me. I do believe that there's only so much an individual will take before they say enough is
I'm
enough.
saying Wings or L. Guys, it's not Wings, all right? I can't even get on the phone with Wings. So
I
don't
wonder
get your
why.
hopes up. It is not Wings, all right?
Anything but a fan, dude.
If you want to leave, you want to unsub because it's not Wings, go
Warlord
now.
Creepy Super
Go now.
Chatted $26.59. You're looking fly.
I kind of stated already, but it's funny how Boogie is willing to gatekeep. Now, I understand because it's one of the main shows, so they have their reason for gatekeeping. I understand that. At the same time, you shouldn't really gatekeep like this, right? Most people should have a right to at least try to get their foot out there. I know that I'm not really the most entertaining guy, and that's perfectly fine. I never claim and never will be claimed to be that kind of person. But I do know that, like, the way Boogie acts, the way he's reacting, come on. Like, Boogie barely has a career nowadays. His career was for the most part, his career was basically built on one big lie. And it's funny how he's trying to kind of gaslight Keem or try to grandstand or something stupid like that because he knows it. Maybe who's the next person who would come through would be a lot popular and would replace him.
Fly in that jacket, Keem, and you're looking like a pumpkin in that shirt, Boogie.
Thank you. It's salmon colored, motherfucker. I look like a goddamn goldfish.
I ain't
in a
gonna
straight
lie, that
up
looks like
face.
that looks really nice on him.
I had to switch it to members only because the non-members were over here spamming my chat. So you know how I don't like the spam. I like to see what the fans are saying. Can't see it.
Okay,
if the
look,
same
maybe they're
retards.
wrong about Jordy. Maybe we can't get Jordy back. But a random fan kills the
Super chat is
show.
$20.
It kills the
Boogie, I
show.
have an idea to help Keem with his Riz game.
Oh God.
A competition of pickup lines to you. Rules: 1 obey 2s, 2 only 20 and up super chats. 3 winner receives $100 lolcow store credit that comes out of Becky's paycheck.
Funny.
Okay, that's a potential pitch for an episode.
Buggy, Buggy, you've done enough talking. Let
Bailey
me
super chatted $19.99. Heart smiling face with hearts.
See, that's a nice donate. No, I'm done.
let me explain.
Please.
Let me
Okay.
explain. Okay, just calm down
Please,
for a
Baby
second.
One, please, please,
Just hear me
please,
out.
please.
Just hear me out, please.
Please.
Let me say this one more time. All right. We have already broke all kinds of records. All right. When I said that I was launching a show with Wings and Boogie called lolcow Live, the internet clowned me. All my ops. H3.
It's not wrong. People did mock Keemstar for creating a show with two of the biggest locales at that time. And I really don't blame people for criticizing him because, well, come on. It was like career suicide for the most part. Imagine joining up with two of the most hated people on the internet at the time for any amount of reasoning. Especially at the time where Wings trolls were at the highest they ever been. Yeah.
H3 said it. He laughed at me and thought I was fucking stupid. Everybody thought I was stupid. They thought I was insane. All right. And what did we do? We did the unthinkable. We put this show on so many different levels of heights. We're number one against all YouTube. Dude, we've done something amazing. It's okay if it burns. It's okay.
Oh, this is my livelihood. I want to be doing this for another fucking decade, man. I've given up everything to do
RG the
this.
Legend
I
super
got
chatted
nothing left.
$19.99. Did most hosts not start out as fans themselves?
There you go. Great point.
There wasn't a show for me to be a fan of, and I was one of the main hosts. Guess what? So, Jordy, there wasn't a show to be a fan of yet. He was one of the best hosts. We made.
But there's a difference, Boogie. There's a difference. When Lolcow Life started, yeah, I know what he's referring to. That yeah, there wasn't another show. There wasn't a show to be a fan of, to be part of. But I think most people didn't realize that Lolcow Live would try to expand the way it did. And regardless how you feel about it or not, I think in its own right, it kind of worked out. Right? I mean, like, you can't really be a gatekeeper that much, Boogie. Just because you want the money to yourself. What he has admitted a number of times that he just wants the money for himself. Or, he can always just play off like, well, it's just a character, you goof. Spud, you don't understand. It's just a character.
The show. Now you could get someone who's not just a fan, but also knows what they're doing. That's the thing. Look, you played this whole game on hard mode. You put it on hard mode yourself. You kept tripping yourself up by hiring retards. Now you're hiring another retard. Why?
Boogie, just me and you this month made like.
I mean, most YouTubers are not gonna join that with Lolcow Live. Now, probably because the money isn't there, and not saying they couldn't bring their audience. It's just they wouldn't. No self-respecting man would want to work with Keemstar. Because imagine, let's say, yeah, Juggernaut could, but there's just going to be a lot of fighting between them. We've seen it, right? We already seen Keemstar trying to work with other YouTubers that won't bend to the knees, right? RTU and Jay did not bend to the knees at all to Keemstar. And probably behind the scene, there was a lot of fighting, right? We saw it with Grace particularly, how there were just a lot of internal issues between them. I think Boogie doesn't realize that most YouTubers with self-respect don't want to join with Keemstar because it just be constant fighting, and other YouTubers have different ways, different vision of how they want to direct a show under their wing. And even then, why would they want to do it with Lolcow Live when they can create their own separate show or channel, right? That is dedicated to live streaming and make more money independently rather than have to give up a portion of their money. Unless they were desperate and they're washed up, right? Then maybe I can see that, but most don't want to do that, right? And I think most YouTubers of that time period have moved away from what they're doing now. So again, there wouldn't really be a reason. I don't think maybe Boogie realized that, but doesn't want to say it, right? For
like 60 or 70Kers. I don't.
Exactly. Why drag it down with Sweet Tea on her goddamn Obama phone or what fucking Zeta Gay or some fucking retard?
Don't you want to play a part in changing somebody's fucking life?
We do on every other show. You already do on every other show. Give them another show. Let this show be the money show. Let this show be for the professionals, the one that brings everybody into the world. This is the anchor show.
To be fair, Boogie and Wings are not the most professional person, and sometimes he isn't. So it's kind of dumb to say that.
Relieved face. I love the show. Keep up the good work, boss. Take Boogie's pay for being a baby bottle.
Are you a Marvel? Are you a Marvel fan? Do you understand?
Obso99, thank you for the 5 gifted. I know of Marvel. Go ahead.
Okay. Did you watch Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes.
So what happens when you kill the anchor being in a world? The world falls apart. This is the LCU. This is the anchor show. When you kill the anchor show, the whole world falls apart. When the anchor show does well, the whole world does well.
Boogie, I'm going to make a decision. I'm picking a random fan. Well, not random, a fan though. And they're going to be our third host, and everything is going to be fine.
Chua super chatted $20. The new host is Anita Sarkeesian. Love you guys. God bless.
At least she has experience, dude. At least
It's kind of funny how he has hatred toward Appalachian people. I don't think I ever said it before, but I do believe that Appalachia wasn't really connected to the United. Well, I'm not the first one to say this, but I don't remember where. But Appalachia wasn't really part of America until like proper. Like it's always been part of America, but like not fully connected, right? Until really like at least 30-40 years ago when he started to build roads into Appalachia, and once like electricity started to really flow into the area, Appalachia kind of proper became part of America. It's all at the same time that area of America kind of gets treated like dog shit, and Boogie's a good example of like, ironically enough, racism towards Appalachian people.
she has a fucking web camera at home that she didn't pick up at fucking Walmart like Sweet fucking Tea just did.
Look, at the end of the day,
I'm already sweating. Alexa, set the thermostat to cool.
If this bombs, Boogie, you can get a fucking job somewhere. You can do something.
Doing what? I faked cancer. You Google my name, Stephen Williams, Fayetteville, Arkansas.
I would say if Boogie was a lot younger and a lot skinnier, and it was a lot, if anything, more fit, he could probably get a job as a construction worker easily.
I have a felony. I shot a gun in a school zone. Right. No, listen, motherfucker. I faked cancer. I'm a big fat fuck with no job history, no fucking career, no education. What else can I do? And every time I upload to my own shit now, 12 people see it, and all they do is comment, you fake cancer, you cancer faking fuck. Right. That's my whole life now.
But you're not thinking about this. I would write you a good reference.
To who the fuck? And Walmart home office knows who Keemstar is. Who's gonna say he was
probably
really good?
A lot more than you think.
Microphone's tweeting his fucking tipples, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, make him an exec, you retard,
wait, so
you fucking retard."
Wait, so you mean to tell me your buddies at the Walmart head office are telling you that the stores are going to be empty in 2 weeks and everything's shutting down, but they wouldn't hire you? They're going to give you secret information like that, but they wouldn't hire you?
Why? They're not going to hire anybody. They're going to freeze hiring when there's no work to be done. There's no shelves to be stocked. You fucking retard.
Della super chatted $19.99. Why is Boogie acting like you're not Killer Keem and can make this idea work?
He is Killer Keemstar. He's killing the fucking LCU right now by hiring Sweet fucking Tea. There it is. I'm just spoiling it right there. Okay. I guarantee you that's who it is.
It is not announced yet. Stop fucking
saying. I guarantee it's the Sweet Tea bitch on her goddamn Obama phone and her Logitech Walmart fucking headphones.
It's a nice headphone she got, and it's a nice microphone. All right.
No, it's not. It's USB. You told me I wasn't allowed USB. You made me buy this fucking $600 piece of shit, and this $600 piece of shit right here.
Super chatted $19.99. Boogie Walmart hires anybody, so you will be okay, bub.
Somebody in chat said you should work at Waffle House. I could see you serving a Waffle House.
I can't stand for more than 15 minutes. My back doesn't work. Yeah, I'm legally disabled. No, my only choice is to go on disability again. Draw $1,100 a month on disability. Live off that till I'm dead.
Look, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, chill out. You're way overreacting over this.
You kill this fucking show, I'm fucked. Do you understand this? This decision affects the entire LCU. What you were...
Oh boy. How long we've been streaming? 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna get a little late for this. I am not feeling the best right now, y'all. I'm gonna cut the stream a little early. Give me like in 2 or 3 hours. I'll probably come back and restart the stream, but I am not feeling the best right now. Give me a couple minutes, guys. Give me an hour or two.